Alright, folks, and welcome back to the channel. It's time for post-match reaction following Bayern Munich 1, Celtic 1. Bayern Munich winning 3-2 in aggregate. Ultimately, meaning Celtic are out of the Champions League at the playoff stage. I'm joined by Alistair to go over what was a gutter in the end. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it was a gutter, pal. But do you know something? And I think it was John from the Celtic where it said this. If you told every Celtic fan on the planet that when we were 2 down last week, we'd go to the 94th minute, I don't think anybody would have believed you. So I'm looking in the positive side, man. The players gave everything, not a failure out in that part of the night. And do you think this has been a brilliant campaign because it shows you can compete. I mean, we've had a wee bit of luck as the campaigns went on, Josh, but always going to need that if you don't come out with a top 5 league. So no, I'm proud of the team, proud of the club, and hopefully plenty to build on, but I'm sure we'll get into that.
I mean, I say gutted. I'm not really. I'm not. To be honest, I'd be lying if I said I am. I look at it in that way of. I said I'm not going to sit and lie to you. I didn't have a hope in hell for us tonight. To be honest, I just thought Bayern at the Alliance had lost, had dropped points once all season at the Alliance. Even bigger teams, struggle to go there and get a result. So I'm not going to lie, and I just kind of say, make it respectable. You don't deserve. The team haven't deserved to say go out in a 4-5-0 beating. And I thought, we got to half time. I thought, we're still in this game. I says, we'll see what happens. Kuhn scores, and you're thinking, right, okay, we're trying to this to extra time. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I think if we went to extra time, I think we're about on our feet. It is gutting. I'm not going to, it is absolutely gutting, obviously, because, how far we done too well, but I'm not going to sit and lie to you. We were out on our feet come 90 minutes. We couldn't have lasted another 50. There's no way.
Rightly so.
Aye. No. It's no a dig at them, obviously they're going to, at the end of the day, I don't think it's the most well-firing Bayern squad, but it's still Bayern Munich at the end of the day, so, I mean, but I'm kind of taking the point of it's gutting, but, we didn't go and get turned over. We showed what we've learned this season, and that was the main thing. If you look at our first away game of the campaign, it was in Germany to a Borussia Dortmund side who are currently sitting 11th in the Bundesliga. And then we've just went to the Allianz, and
came within a ball here. He beaten Bayern Munich over 90 minutes.
Aye, so there you go. And that's how maybe people might say, "Oh, it's just coping mechanism." I don't see it that way. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, right, it's happened. This might be a very simple way of putting it. It's happened. Move on and build. Yeah. But you need to always look at the positives in situations. There's no point looking at the negatives. And I'm glad there's most sane Celtic supporters out there are looking at the positives and going, right, okay, it's Bayern Munich at the end of the day. And I think you need to bring that into consideration. We're not talking about Slovan Bratislava. We're talking about Bayern fucking Munich. It's no...
we're not talking about a team that's lucky to be in the Champions League. You're talking about arguably, you can argue the choice whether they're third, fourth, or fifth favourites, but they're one of the favourites for the competition, or they were before this tie. So
I'm being honest, and I'm not going to take it away from them, but if I was being honest with you, they're not going to win the Champions League. There's no way. They're an awful football team to watch, in all honesty. Personally, but that's not taking it away from Celtic. But as I said, it's it's just it is gutting. Obviously, it's gutting because when we got the goal, you're thinking, getting 90 minutes, maybe we should be realistic. We should be 3-0 up at half time.
Yeah, I know.
And that's where I'm not going to find negatives because it's not the right way to go about it. But if anybody was to find negatives, it'd be like, right, we're not taking our chance again. I think it's an easy negative to just level at the team. I don't think it's as easy as just taking your chances, But I thought I was really proud of how we stuck in there. Players, every single one of them, from Casper Schmeichel to Jeffrey Sloop to Austin Trust to Carter Vickers to Alistair Johnson to Arnie Engels to Carl McGregor to Rio Hatate to Nicholas Kuhn to Adam Ida to Dyson Maida and Jota to even Yang, every single player that was on that party stuck in, and you can't, you can't. At the end of the day, we need to realise where we are in European football as well. No, don't get me wrong. I want Celtic to compete in Europe, but I'm also realistic to where we stand.
And if you think about it, Josh, sorry, I'm going to say this here. This is the first year in about 20 years. I know 2012 and all that, but 2012 we never built on it. So that's my hope now. We know what's required. We just need to do what we done last summer. Be aggressive and go again.
Obviously, you don't know next season what draw you in, but it doesn't matter the draw. It matters being there because your players are constantly going to get exposed to that level. And the thing is if you look at our last Champions League game last season, we were fucking jumping about celebrating a game against Feyenoord. It was a
Yeah,
dead rubber.
yeah, no. Just they won a game.
And now we're disappointed about being put out by Bayern Munich.
Haven't been too down.
So, I mean, that's how you need to look at it. But you also need to look at it, right, there's a big 6 months ahead. We've got a treble to win. We've got a league title to win. And you've got a big summer ahead to try and get this squad ready. Obviously, Kieran Tierney's coming in the summer. There's players, Arnie Engels, outstanding again tonight. He'll know
Yeah,
he will be up with us next season. No, we're not going to. I don't think we'll keep all the team. I don't think there'll be departures. I think players like maybe Hatate might leave. I've thought that for a while. Um, Nicholas Kuhn, high in demand. Well, pay up.
yeah.
And that's
Don't
another thing.
and
Aye,
don't
that's
drop
another.
your knickers at the first
Aye, that's what
offer.
that's what I was going to say. Celtic need to start. We've always have. Well, to be fair, we always have acted like a big club when it comes to selling our players. But he's an asset, and if teams are sniffing around them, you name your price,
Yeah.
and in my opinion, it should be another record transfer fee again for Celtic.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
if you scored goals in the Champions League, your value only goes one way, it goes up.
exactly, and he's done that. He scored two against Leipzig. He scored against Munich. So but it's so important how we kind of move on from this. I think that is the main thing. We're going to just have to move on from it.
Yeah, we've nothing to be ashamed of.
And you've sat and watched Celtic just be trolleyed about in Europe. We won that this season. We're resolute, and you look at some of the
I
teams
mean,
which
apart from the Dortmund game, we've competed in every Champions League game.
aye. If you look at the Bruges game, everybody was disappointed. We got a draw out of that.
They've just ragdolled Atalanta.
Exactly. And to be honest, I think we should have done more to win that game, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. You look at teams, with Dinamo Zagreb, we should have beat them, and that's what everybody needs to, we need to start.
Beating teams around us.
We need to start, and this goes for the supporters, it goes for the club, and the club's a big thing. The club is going with a big test. If we can keep holding ourselves to the standard, because this is where the standard needs to be. They know what it's like. The supporters know what it's like. The supporters have never shied away from holding from the club to high standards. It's now the club's turn. You get in there and you say to Brendan Rodgers, what do you want in the summer? There's
And
no
you get
excuse
in
now.
and say, right, what's it going to take for you to sign a new deal?
There's no excuse now. There's no excuse. And if we lose Brendan Rodgers again, be down to that problem, then it's just fucking plain dead ignorance, to be honest.
Because if you want me to be honest, we'd the better manager in the dugout tonight.
I'm more
Company was
experienced.
panicking like fuck. You could
Um,
tell that he was
you know,
panicking.
but I mean, I'm immensely proud of them tonight, and I don't think any Celtic fan, and there's one player in particular I'm really proud of, Arnie Engels. The guy's just stepping up every time.
Yeah, well, Arne Engels showed why we paid that money, and I don't want to speak for us as a podcast, but we've always thought Arne Engels is corner, but there's somebody else I would like to mention, Jeffrey Sloop, to
Oh, he was fantastic.
come in and basically have Michael Olise in your back pocket for the majority of the game.
Aye.
Then honestly, I said this for a while now, Josh. I've seen enough. I would give him a contract.
I think it'd be good, when Tierney comes in. I think if he continues on the trend, and he seems to every time he's come in, he looked impressive. So if he keeps on that upward trend, then I wouldn't be anywhere near against it. Especially if it's a free contract.
To believe it.
Aye, he's out of contract in the summer at Palace. Tierney's obviously come in. Greg Taylor's going away out. I'm sorry, I'm a big Greg. I have defended Greg Taylor a lot, but I'm not fucking stupid. You can see the difference.
It would have got ragdolled tonight.
Michael, Slop's got a bit of pace about him. He's got a bit of strength about him. He's defensively aware, physicality aware. He's probably on the older side. And you noticed that towards the end of the game, he was getting a bit tired. The whole team were. And that was always going to happen.
Yeah.
It was always going to happen. And, I'm not, that's why I don't want to sound negative saying, we would have got beaten extra time. We would have. We were out on our feet. We were absolutely out on our feet towards the end. And that's fine for me. All I said at the start of this tie, go out and give it your all, and they've done exactly that. Every single one of them has done exactly that. And by the way, I'm going back to the full fucking Arne Engels fan club shit, but see these tubes that see he's no good enough, go and get a fucking thicker pair of specs. Fucking bunch of tubes, honestly. Pisses me off, but that boy just continues to keep going. But you've got tubes saying he's no good enough. Oh, fuck off.
And
genuinely, fuck off, man.
That the thing is, Josh, nobody said any of the players have a finished article.
No, you're going to be.
This team has got such a high ceiling. If we can just, I'm not talking about bringing 5 or 6 players in the summer, but what I'm wanting to do is bring in 3 or 4 top end ones and be good again.
Well, I completely understand. Players are going to leave every season at Celtic Football Club. It's been the same for years, and it will be continued because that's your selling model. It's we've got a selling model, and like similar to clubs, Ajax or Benfica's, Borussia Dortmund's either they've got the same selling point. You buy cheap. Said maybe Dortmund do it in a higher money scale because they've got more money to spend, but I know. No, but Bayern Dortmund probably do it because they've got fucking billions, honestly. So, but the point still stands is that is that is your selling model, and that's what I'm sorry, but people need, we do need to sell players. That's just the way it. Players only want to going to play at Celtic, but you need to give them the carrot really to play at Celtic. Got it? Like we can offer you nights like that. Right, come.
Can I just have a wee bit of a rant? I've seen this online that Jota was poor, and I'm like, come on. This is a guy that's just back after an 18-month sabbatical, pretty much. And
I was
I said,
I knew this shit would start to come.
I
But
said to you, no, let me get it out, Josh. I said to you, we need to judge him next year. That's what
also, do you know what I'm going to say to that? And it'll end the conversation right there to do with it. The whole see if people want to be negative on the go.
will be
'Cause
negative.
on the go because nothing else. So no, and I'm not glorifying failure, right? But you need to put it into context. You need to put this into context. People might say, "Oh, it's not the best Bayern squad," which they're probably right, but they
It's
should be beaten.
better than yours.
Aye, I know exactly. So people need to, if people want to moan about it, nothing's going to make them happy. And it's the people who, I'm always having a go at the board, right? I'm always having a go at the board. But it's the people who just want to moan all the time. Now they've got nothing else to moan about because they always used to hide behind, oh, well, we're not backing in Europe enough, we're not doing enough in Europe, and then we're doing stuff in Europe, we're still moaning.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean,
that's just, to be fair, as probably as far as you would expect
I know it's
the Scottish team to go.
wait, if you get that draw, right? If you get that draw, we're not going any further. So
Yeah.
to make it, that down there on that screen could have said Bayern 5, Celtic 0, 6-1 in aggregate, but it doesn't. It says 3-2, and
look at Bayern Munich's first home game of this year's Champions League, 9-2.
Aye.
The Dynamo Zagreb.
So they're capable. They're capable of absolutely mauling teams, no matter if they're the best Bayern squad or the worst Bayern, whatever. They're capable of mauling teams. And, I'm glad we just competed and we've made it a game instead of because I've heard a lot of people saying the squad didn't deserve the last minute. I agree with it. They don't deserve that. But what the way I look at it and got, but they didn't deserve to be absolutely trounced.
Mauled, and you think that's what would have happened. And
they didn't, and they didn't deserve to get trounced, and they didn't get trounced in all fairness to them. And a lot of
we were both at the home game when Harry Kane went. I hope I'm not telling stories out of school here. When Harry Kane scored the second goal, you turned to me and you went, "This will be 4 or 5."
And it wasn't, and they proved me wrong, and I'm so glad they did. And that's what they've done that to me all campaign. I thought Leipzig would have mauled us. Never happened. We mauled them.
We get one mauling, really. And
which is Dortmund. And I think that game just get completely away from us. So, I mean, as they're moving on for this, obviously, we're going into, you're seeing maybe, I think some people on Twitter think maybe you think that this is finality and the season's done. Still get 4 months left this season. But we could end up treble winners, brilliant European run, building for the summer. Kieran Tierney's coming back in the summer. And you're going to one. And by the way, you're not going to 2-3 games. You're going to 1 game.
Yeah, and I gave you the most likely teams that we're going to face.
And we should be beating every one of them.
And none of them should. If we put it this way, if you were to draw them in a group stage, you'd be quite happy.
No, exactly. So, there's no fear that we should be getting the Champions League. And I've always said that that's the vision for Celtic. That we continue to qualify for the Champions League and, just get exposed to that level every season. And you can attract a better quality player along with the financial level of it. This doesn't make this season any worse.
This season's every objective has been met, Joe.
And you know what? And the thing, as I'll say, is at this moment in time, we are the world's most successful club. We've not put it up on the wall yet, but we're one of the most successful club. We are on for a 50-50 title. We are heavy favourites for a domestic treble. Our 9th, by the way. 9th. domestic treble.
6 in the last 9 years.
Aye, and we've had a good run at the Champions League, and we've made millions and millions and millions of pounds. Kieran Tierney's come back, Jota's come back, so it's not all bad.
And hopefully there'll be 1 or 2 more.
Aye, obviously, I think that has to be just to continue. You always want to add to the squad, and
And
the other.
probably a new contract for the manager needs to be a priority now.
No, it has to be. No, completely now. If Brendan Rodgers wants to leave, it needs to be down to Brendan Rodgers' prerogative to leave. If the board are not offering him anything, then we're in trouble.
But
But no, but people right. Like, Alphonso Davies's goal might be the goal of the season for some fan bases, but I mean, let's be honest, they get knocked out of Queen's Park 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, I don't think that in any situation to laugh at is. So you just need to think about that. I don't think the season's anywhere near as as bad.
To me over the phone. Hibs is the next priority.
Aye.
Needs to be.
And see next Tuesday night, the crowd need to get behind the team because there's going to need to be maybe some pulling up because you seen Hatate he was in tears. Carter Vickers was in tears. And this is when the players need us. They've gave it to us, and I've said this. We need to give back to them because they've gave to us all season. It's now our time to give back to them because they deserve it. They've been absolutely fantastic. I don't think they get enough credit off a lot of our supporters. I've always said that. I think some of our supporters are just moaning face boots at times and don't actually know how good we are getting on as a football club. We're running brilliant on the park and we're playing some brilliant stuff off the park.
And also, Josh, it's very easy to support a club when they're winning all the time, but especially when Saturday comes, we're going to roll the team on. Saturday and Tuesday are 2 big games.
No, they're big, massive.
It should be a clear run.
Well, you've got Easter Road, which isn't an easy place to go. Hibs are brilliant at the moment. Aberdeen are shite at the moment, but it's Aberdeen. We know exactly what we've done at Celtic Park. And I think the players will be ready to go and go, I know we're going to go out on Saturday because that's the mentality of these players, and that's what I love about them. The mentality is just to keep going. It's not to sit about and feel sorry for themselves and go, they'll keep going, they'll come out. And they'll know what the task is. Brendan Rodgers will have that drilled into them. The task is Saturday. But to end off, Alistair, all I can say is I'm immensely proud of every single one of them. They've done the Celtic shirt. They've wore that Celtic shirt with so much credit. And they've done every single fan that over there that watched at the telly proud because we've seen Celtic teams no give a shit about the Celtic shirt. You've had you've had the Detroit Boyata carry on in the qualifiers, but this squad are nothing like that. They care about everything they do for these supporters, and you know what? Fair fucks to them because they went over there and competed, and it's just obviously an unlucky chain of events. Carter Vickers can't do anything about it. He's put a last ditch tackle on, and
it's come off him and landed in the net. You can't do anything about that.
Exactly. So it's just all about Saturday, as I said, Alistair. I'm just kind of moving on, and obviously building for next season. And make sure we finish this season as the best way possible we can. As I said, we're in a fantastic position. We've got a trophy in the bag. The league's, I think we're 6 wins away from it.
But it will be 6, because obviously we play Rangers and that.
So if you win these next 2 games, you're 4 wins away from a league title.
Yep.
So
and then you can do what you want in the league, basically.
And then you've got the Scottish Cup, which obviously we're clear favourites, and we've got a favourable tie in the quarter-final. I know Hibs are a decent time, but I'd expect us to beat them at Celtic Park.
I would.
So it's just all about moving on for us. Obviously, it's a bit of a gutter. I'm not going to sit and say, can buzz them a trolley. We've been out to the Champions League, but what am I happy about? We didn't go there and get turned over. And completely
We
embarrassed.
gave them one hell of a fight.
No, we did.
What you can ask for.
We did. You seen it with the Bayern Munich reaction of the players, and that's something we need to keep building on as a club. The board need to build it on. The board need to see that and go, all right, we're on a bit of a track here. Let's not let Peter Lawwell can't ruin this. We're on a bit of a track.
I noticed
Big Dermot
was there. So
Sick.
hopefully speaking to Brendan as we speak.
No, and he's the man with the money, so he's gone in. And I'm kind of glad he was there and seen that. We get beat, but I don't know how, but hopefully he looks and goes, no, we don't do something here.
We're not that far away.
But I end off. I mean, we just need to focus on Saturday. I didn't even go to do a man of the match because every single one of them was standing for us today.
I think, to be honest, Joe, it'd be really childish to pick out one player, but I think I know who I would give it to. But I'm not gonna single one person out because the team were brilliant.
Aye. But I'm going to end it there. That's been your post-match reaction. I know it's been about a fucking counselling session, but that's been your post-match reaction to Bayern 1, Celtic 1, Bayern winning 3-2 on aggregate. Celtic obviously getting kicked out of the Champions League. But as I said, we'll be back later on the week with build-up to that game at Easter Road on Saturday. Until then, speak to you later, and hail.
Hail.